Hi everyone. Happened again. Scott's a Panic. I'm thevet.com, thespiritualmarine.com, and also bornagainisrael.com. Today is the 12th of May, 2018. You've heard this before. We're going to try to get a short video out today. We're going to try. The wavelengths that we're getting right now, and the spiritual wavelengths that we're getting right now, seems to point to a racial divide in the country, and it's getting more accentuated day by day. Will there be, God forbid, God hopefully will intervene, that we do not go to just nothing but naked aggression, violence, all of the above. Hope we do not. As much as I hope I can get this camera centered, and maybe that's kind of a metaphor right there, is to get centered on the real nuts and bolts of what we should be doing. And it's actually really simple. This is not hard stuff. Anybody can get tuned in. They can get the concept. And what we're talking about is that it has nothing to do with race. But, however, it has everything to do with identity. And if you haven't noticed by now, that's what we talk about, is identity. And let's just cut to the chase. Let's just go vamos al grano. Vamos directamente al grano, like they say in Spanish. Let's go right to the grain. Well, let's get to the whole thing. The whole thing is about identity. And there's a concept that is known as the chosen people, and it's backed up in the Word by references to the chosen people, God's people, shining His light to the Gentile nations. And that's where we're at with all of that. Now, if a person doesn't accept God, fine, they're going to do whatever they want. They're going to go their own way. Don't waste your breath on those kinds of people. You can try to give them the facts, but at the end of the day, again, they're going to do whatever they want to do. We have had literally so many discussions on that, and we're not going to go. If they accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. So let's get back. We digressed. Let's get back to the whole notion, the whole idea, the whole concept of who are the chosen people. Now, we need to understand that the chosen people, if you want to read what you call the proof text, it's found in Genesis chapter 12, verse 3, and where it says, God told Abraham, He says, I'm going to bless all those who bless you, and conversely, curse all those who curse you. So that blessing has been initiated with Abraham, and then it continued down through the cross, up until the time of the cross, when it went through a transition period. It went through a carrying over, a translation over, like the crossing of that Passover into the spiritual construct. Into the spiritual construct. It was, in a spiritual sense, it was literally born again. Ironically, the people that did not accept that message at the cross, they are now, ironically, irony of irony, they are now the Gentile nations. The people, the Christians, Christ means anointed. The anointed spiritual Christians have that blessing. But what happened in the 4th century, they were assimilated through the joining of state and church, church and state, with who? Do we know our history books? Constantine, the Emperor Constantine in the 4th century. They say around 323 to 325 in that area. And you can read the history on that. And there, at that time, all the way till now, 2018, we've had that unholy alliance with the religious entity or denomination. It's been denominated into the image of the state down through the centuries, who basically gave her a license to do business. It was like a marriage between church and state. Everybody talks about the separation of church and state. Now, they are joined at the hip, one and the same. So let's get back to the whole idea of race. The race that went before, that was before the time of the cross, again, transitioned over, carried over, translated over, born again at the cross of Christ till now. That covenant was ratified. Did Christ save the lost sheep of the house of Israel? Yes, he did. Did he say it is finished? Did he make the final propitiation? It's a big word. It means final sacrifice to end all sacrifices? Yes, he did. That chosen people status, do you think it was transferred over? Yes, it was. So that's where we're at right now. So the difference when we say that the race part of what everybody's concerned about nowadays in the eternal diagram for us to follow is all spiritual. And again, it's not about race. The race thing died at the cross. The spiritual picked up at the cross. That blessing was translated over, carried over, born again, and is now a spiritual race. Any race is included. And the blessing, the Abrahamic blessing, if you're part of this born again Israel, you have that blessing. No matter where you're from in the world or any of that, you have that blessing. So why are we fighting between the races? It's because they don't know about it. Can somebody out there please help tell them about it? That's where we come into play. That's the only way that this thing gets, we'll leave you with this thought. We're coming up on 10 minutes. We promised to keep it short, but you know, there's going to be a secondary Passover. That Passover that went before, that was physical, is recapitulating right now. It's coming again, and you're going to see that same Passover, but it will be done in a spiritual sense. We're no race, everybody's welcome, and we're going to pass through outside of the spiritual Egypt that we now inhabit. It's not hard. It's really not hard. But people, they go by their feelings when you tell them the facts. They're going to diminish the facts in order to retain their relationship. They are going to diminish the facts in order to retain their relationship. We're just a messenger. We're just a messenger. We might be ugly and not what you expected, but that's all we are. We're just a messenger. Don't get involved in the race riots. Get involved in sharing the born again Israel message with the blessing, because you got the blessing. God told Abraham, he said to Abraham, he will bless Abraham and all those who bless Abraham, and conversely, all those who curse Abraham. So that's the blessing right there. Either person, it's still here. Either a person, what's more important, your relationship? Hatred's a relationship. That's all we got for you today. Now we're coming up on 12 and a half minutes. We tried to keep it short. Forgive us for that. This has been Scott Sapanic with I'mTheVet.com, TheSpiritualMarine.com, and also BornAgainIsrael.com. Let's do the right thing, because when you're part of Born Again Israel, you are the chosen people, and you do have that blessing. We need some more leaders out there who will come on board and make it your message. And we need those leaders out there now. We really do. Love you guys. Stay in the fight. Keep the faith. Don't quit. Be an overcomer. Do the right thing. Talk soon.